There we go. Thanks for tracking that. So in this last part, we're just doing a sort of a just quick debrief on your experience with the empathy circle. You know, how was the experience for you? Let me see a chat. Oh, leave. Okay, Elle, maybe if you want to go first, Elle, you can go first. Just like how the experience was, and perhaps Carolina, do you want to just select people and call on people?
Okay, Elle already left
Oh,
us. Again, I will follow my screen, and first on my screen is David.
Okay, yeah. This is not my first go around with these. This is my first being surrounded by a lot of XR folks. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I always do. You know, we talked about our vision about stuff, and I would like to. Would like to encourage Edwin to continue this subject for maybe a couple more, because I think it's a good general overall subject. And Epstein didn't kill himself.
Okay, next is Richard. Richard, would you share with us?
Yeah, what I liked from this kind of, I also did some experimenting. Normally we go in rounds, and now I took the kind of thing like, oh no, I kind of break my own rules by just going back to the one who just reflected me back. And I also find it interesting that our discussion was going on two levels. Kind of, we were discussing with each other about how to discuss in the future something, like how would we like to discuss, and by actually doing it, I found it very rich that we were working on two levels. Kind of, we had a vision, but actually we were already kind of doing the vision. So that was one thing that I liked very much.
Thank you. Misty, would you share with us?
Yeah, I agree with David. I'd like to see this topic again, or explore this topic again, because, well, I felt like I first wanted to really connect to the people in my group and myself before I could jump into a bigger vision. So having done the dyad practice quite a bit as well, I find yeah, I just want to be within the moment and explore what's alive in the moment. So I would need a few rounds to get to the vision, or maybe to know people a bit, have a connection with the people first. Just, does that make sense to people? Just wave your hands if that made sense. Okay, thank you. Yep.
Thank you. Corey? Corey, do you hear us?
Yeah, so I do. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'm hoping you can. Okay. Yeah, no, so this is my second one, and more or less coming out of it feeling similar to the first. I started off very cerebral, just kind of like what I would be writing about in an essay about how the future would be. And then it slowly, as I felt that I started to know the people in my group, became more emotional and personal. And no, it's always a great experience. I would like to see this topic explored a bit more, but I'm very excited to take what I've learned here back to my XR Kildare group. Yeah.
Thank you. Bill.
Well, I always you know, get a lot from listening to other people, and I really appreciate how the practice brings us into contact with other people, gets us out of our heads and into a more balanced kind of head-heart space. So I really appreciated that. Thanks.
Thank you. Next on my screen is Bob. Bob, would you share with us your?
What a tremendous gift this group is, and especially David. I wish America had more Davids in it.
Thank you, Bob. Sophia, would you please?
Is my sound on?
Yes.
I went into the group with a lot of frustration and anger. And I was just sitting thinking now that it's so amazing to watch what happens with your anger when you're really being heard, because it just melts away. And yeah, I'm sitting with that now. It's so important to just be heard. It's so simple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Marta.
It's lovely to be surrounded by people that are also in Ireland. I want to appreciate that, and yeah, and Samantha as well. Like, you know, waking up that early in the morning to be part of this, it's quite special. So I'm feeling grateful for the practice and everything that was shared.
Thank you. Marty Lemons. Marty, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi to all. I wasn't there with you. I'm now here and I'm enjoying it to hear the feedback, what just happened for you all. Glad to be here, and I will be the next time in an hour, I believe.
Okay.
So thanks
Okay.
that
Thank you.
I'm in now.
Okay. Thank you. Next on my screen is Amy. Amy, would you share with us your feelings?
Yeah, I've had a nice couple of hours. It was the first time I've been online to do an empathy circle, so going round a few times was quite interesting. I was finding it difficult to, I don't know, to think of things to say, but they just kind of came, and then it just naturally kind of became a bit of a flow, and I feel like my listening skills improved during the course of the session. So it was good. Yeah, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lana.
Hey, so I'm grateful I've been given this opportunity to join. Thanks, Corey, for the invite. I think I've learned a lot from it, and it's been great seeing people with different views being put together and learning how to listen better, or learning how to listen at all, and being heard. It's been a wonderful 2 hours. Thank you.
Okay, let me share with you. I think, well, first, our circle was very, very touching, emotional. I'm very grateful, especially to Misty. But also what Corey and Elle was saying was very inspiring to me, kind of open few things in my mind. Yes, definitely I would like to continue our talk. So many different threads in our talk, but all of them about future somehow were about connection with other people and with the place, with feeling of belonging. That's my impression. And actually, this is what we're trying to do here, I think. So it's kind of everything is mixing with each other. Thank you. And next is Edwin. You are the last.
Then for me, I'm really interested in the topic. It's something I really want to focus on. So this vision that people have and sort of a co-visioning. So I really, really enjoyed the topic and the hearing the different aspects of this. And I do think, I do also would like to do this for another couple more meetings. I'm glad to hear others are interested in that too. And I see Carolina, you're waving. So that's it for this meeting, this Empathy Cafe. In 30 minutes, we have the facilitators, empathy facilitators support group. So it's the same URL is here. And we'll be meeting to just talk about if you're wanting to facilitate an empathy circle, in any context, just supporting you in doing that. You'll get 15 minutes to share a question or an issue you're dealing with, and you can share that, then get feedback, support around that. So I invite you to, come back in 30 minutes, take a little break. And I see Corey raised your hand. Is that?
Yeah, so I just had a quick question. Moving forward, I saw that there are more of these like scheduled, and I'd like to be a part of more in the future. I will be facilitating an empathy circle, and so I was wondering if there would be another one of those facilitator support sessions after the ones in the future, because I may encounter problems that otherwise I wouldn't know about.
Yeah, every Friday at 10 a.m. our time, Pacific time, we have this Empathy Cafe, and then there's a half-hour break and we do the facilitator group. So it's every Friday. And if things start scaling up and there's more demand, we can expand to other days too that work, perhaps weekends or so forth. So yeah, every Friday right now.
It's every Friday, 6 p.m. UTC, I think, and then 8:30 p.m. UTC.
All right, thank you.
So any other comments or questions before we close?
Yeah, Edwin, I read because I'm thinking about having empathy circles here in my city, but I'm very, very tired. It's late. So can I be the first one who talks so that I can go to bed later?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if anybody, and if you're in Europe and it's late there, you can talk first and then leave if you're needing to. Sure.
I gotta go. Take it easy, guys.
Okay. See you, David. Okay, everyone. So bye. See you in 30 minutes if you can make it. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye. See you in the 30.
Oh, great. See you then.